This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
January 6th wasn't just an assault on the United States Capitol. It wasn't just an attempted insurrection. It wasn't just an attempted overthrow of the United States government and in direct contravention of the United States Constitution. It was also an assault on every single American citizen. It was an assault on democracy. It was an assault on our norms. It was an assault on decency. And that which I feared might be coming true, might be coming to fruition, and that is leniency on the part of courts in sentencing. First, I'm going to get to the very first felon sentence that has come down. From Judge Moss is the person's name. He gave the guy 8 months. We'll get to that. But before I do, I want to talk about, the day after the insurrection, I posted a video, January 7th. And I talked about what a small world it is. That this goofus, Josiah Colt, the man who scaled down into the Senate chamber and sat in the presiding officer's chair, my wife's ex-high school boyfriend, he is, remember? He has now struck a deal. He has struck a plea deal. This is from the Washington Post, talking about Josiah Colt. Man who dangled from Senate balcony pleads guilty in Capitol riots, will cooperate against others. An Idaho man photographed hanging from the Senate balcony and sitting in the presiding officer's chair in the January 6th Capitol riot pleaded guilty Wednesday to felony obstruction of Congress, admitting to joining a group of people who came to Washington with firearms, knives, and body armor to support President Donald Trump. Josiah B. Colt, 34, became the latest defendant to agree to cooperate in the breach investigation, seeking to pare down a possible recommended 5-year prison sentence. Well, what does this tell us? Well, it tells us not only is Josiah Colt not loyal to his country, he's also not loyal to his friends. It tells us that the justice system and the Department of Justice is ready to play ball. It's ready to give sweetheart deals to insurrectionists who assaulted every single American citizen that day, who decided to take it upon themselves that the 81 million or so people who voted for Joe Biden should be disenfranchised. Now they're making plea deals. And in the case of Paul Hodgkins, giving them sweetheart sentences. 8 months in prison for his part in the Capitol insurrection. 8 months in prison for being on the floor of the Senate alongside Josiah Colt. 8 months. This is from Axios. 38-year-old Paul Hodgkins of Tampa, Florida man strikes again. 38-year-old Paul Hodgkins of Tampa was sentenced to 8 months in prison Monday after pleading guilty to obstruction of an official proceeding, a felony charge stemming from his participation in the January 6th Capitol riot. Quit calling it the Capitol riot, media. It was an insurrection. It was a failed attempted overthrow of the United States. Capitol riot. It wasn't a protest. As he prepared to announce the sentence, Judge Randolph Moss said that Hodgkins, quote unquote, actively participated in an event that threatened not only Capitol security, but democracy itself. Even the judge is clear-eyed about what took place. So what's the sentence handed down for threatening democracy itself? 8 months. 8 months. Come on. He said it was chilling the judge said. He said it was chilling that the pro-Trump mob was able to disrupt the certification of President Biden's election victory, and that Hodgkins' waving of a Trump flag on the Senate floor symbolized his loyalty to a single individual over the nation. So apparently, insurrection, treason against your country, an attempted overthrow, it's on par with forging a check. It left a stain that will remain on us and on this country for years to come, Moss added, the judge. He also said this: when a mob is prepared to attack the Capitol to prevent elected officials from both parties from performing their constitutional and statutory duty, democracy is in trouble. The damage that they caused that day is way beyond the delays that day. It is a damage that will persist in this country for decades. Federal District Judge Randolph Moss. It is a damage that will persist in the country for decades, and this dingus is going to be in prison for 8 months, not decades. He will be out of prison, a free man, while the damage he caused persists for decades. Makes a ton of sense, Judge Randolph Moss. I was going to read, Hodgins has no criminal record and was not charged with engaging in violence, but prosecutor argued that his actions posed a grave danger to our democracy. A grave danger, the prosecutor said. A grave danger to democracy. The judge even agreed. Hodgkins' lawyer requested that he serve no prison time, citing his courage and strength of character in pleading guilty and accepting responsibility for his actions. His courage and strength of character. Hodgkins spoke in court and said he was truly remorseful and regretful of his actions, suggesting that he was caught up in an emotional protest and had originally no intention of storming the Capitol. That's why he brought goggles and rope and other items that you bring to just a normal protest or a political rally. Rope and other accoutrements. He also said Joseph R. Biden is rightfully and respectfully the President of the United States. Thanks for that, Paul Hodgkins, Florida man extraordinaire. We appreciate you acknowledging the free and fair election that took place. If only you could have done that before your attempted overthrow of the United States government. Luckily for you, you found a cream puff judge. Give you a sweetheart deal. 8 months. Who cares? If this is not a crime that is that a sentence should be carried out of a slightly over half a year, then what is? This was an assault on you, on your family, on your children. It is a collective wound that he's getting 8 months for. This is disgusting. This is a miscarriage of justice. I'd love to know if you're in the same boat as me, if you're as incensed as I am about this. You can call, leave me a voicemail, a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. Follow me on social media. You can connect with me there. Shoot me a message there. I appreciate it. And I would ask you that if I bring you value, if days like this bring you value, I would appreciate you considering supporting my work here on the platform for as little as $2 a month. You can click the join button below this video, see what's involved, and become a channel member helping produce my work. You can also go over to Patreon if you're a Patreon person. and become a patron on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast, and that would be fantastic. If there are others out there who do more for you, support those people. I'm fine. I will do fine. But in this space, in these times, it is important to support those who do bring you value in this particular area. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another.